He's a bad beast on that barbecue, on the grill or the smoker. He knows just what to do. He's a bad beast on that barbecue.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Man, it is fantastic out here today. I can't believe it's going to be storming for the next 4 or 5 days here in Illinois, okay? But hey, today we're going to take advantage of this beautiful weather here, and we're going to do us a slab of ribs. And what we're going to do is we're going to season that slab of ribs with just some simple SPG. But what I want to do is I don't normally glaze, I don't normally sauce my ribs, but today we are going to be utilizing RedHot's thick sauce, buffalo, and ranch dressing, okay? We're going to use this as a barbecue sauce, so we're going to make us some buffalo ranch spare ribs today. So we're going to see how this comes out. I haven't even tried this yet, so we'll see how this tastes on a slab of ribs, okay? So, hey, sit back, relax, don't go nowhere. Watch us do this short prep work, and we'll give you a taste test at the end to let you know how this turns out. Okay, so here's our slab of ribs. It was a whole slab. We cut it down sort of St. Louis style, and we removed the membrane. We have our SPG here in my little container. We're not going to use any binder. I'm just going to hit it real good with this salt, pepper, garlic combination. And if you're curious and you don't know how to make this SPG combination, it's just equal parts of black pepper, kosher salt, and garlic powder, okay? You're welcome to add a few more things in if you want to, like onion powder, what have you, whatever suits your taste, maybe a little chili powder, what have you. But then again, it's not SPG then. You're adding a few more alphabets to the mix. So we got our ribs seasoned up. Let's go ahead and get our RECTEQ fired up and get her on. We're going to be using the RECTEQ 700 today. Tech is up to 252 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and put on our ribs. We're gonna cook them bone side down at 250 degrees. And we're not wrapping today. We're gonna let these ride all the way out. So we'll come back and check them in about 2.5 hours, and we may do some spritzing. So hang around. All right, guys, so our ribs have been on for 2 hours now. We're gonna go ahead and start spritzing them. Since we got kind of a buffalo wing theme going here, nothing goes with buffalo wings better than beer. So we're gonna spritz our slab of ribs with some Blue Moon beer. We're gonna be using this. This is my new spray bottle here. This is the Agri Pro compression sprayer. It holds 1.5 liters of liquid. So this is really the first time we've used this to spritz anything. So we're gonna see how this works out. All you have to do is put your liquid in here, seal it up, pump it a few times, build up the compression, and then it should give you a continuous spraying action, okay? So we're gonna check it out and see how it works. Yeah, I can feel the resistance building up as you pump it. This is pretty cool. And the nozzle can be pointed in any direction, so we're gonna point it slightly downward. Let's spray some ribs. All right, there we go. Puts out a lot of liquid too, so you gotta be careful or you'll soak your ribs, which may be what you wanna do, so. All right, that's enough spritzing for this one. We'll come back and we'll spritz every hour until it's time to glaze. All right, guys, it's been about 5 hours now. I'm gonna go ahead and probe these ribs for tenderness. Oh yeah, the probe passes right through. We're gonna go ahead and glaze these up and let them go for about another 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and glaze. All right, we'll let them sit in here for another 15 minutes. All right, guys, so it's been 15 minutes and looks like our sauce has blended into our ribs. So let's go ahead and take them off of the smoker. Yeah, these are really tender. Look how they've been and breaking, really tender. We're gonna let these sit for a minute and then we're gonna go ahead and have a taste test. All right, guys, so we're finished with our cook, man. They smell fantastic. I can smell the Frank's RedHot buffalo and ranch sauce on it. You saw when we applied it, it kind of went on kind of like a $1,000 dressing or kind of like a mayonnaise. And then the heat from the smoker kind of melted it. And so it gave it kind of a little oily consistency, but you can definitely smell it in the sauce. So only thing left to do now is to have a taste test. All right, so I'm gonna cut into these ribs here. They're really tender, literally fall off the bone. But because we didn't wrap, it's got a nice bark on the outside of these ribs. Got to get through a little gristle here. Cut this off. All right. Wow, they smell really good. All right, let's have a taste. All right, these taste really good. I like the flavor of the Frank's RedHot buffalo sauce and buffalo and ranch sauce on it. Gives a nice, like I say, buffalo sauce taste, almost like eating buffalo wings, but on ribs. Um, it's not really a lot of sweetness to it because of the SPG, but yeah, if I had to add one more thing to it, I probably would have added a little sweetness somewhere in here, maybe a little honey or maybe a little sprinkle of brown sugar to kind of balance the savoriness of the ribs and the buffalo sauce flavor against a little sweetness. Okay, now they're not overly salty at all. They taste really good. They taste just like buffalo wings, if you ask me, just with a rib consistency. So yeah, I think you ought to try this, man. If you like Frank's red hot sauce, buffalo and ranch, I think you're gonna like these too, but you might want to add, like I said, a little sweetness to it. And because we didn't wrap, the RECTEQ did a great job of putting kind of a crunchy bark on it. So the bark is great. It got some great texture to it, tender on the inside, juicy. The ribs were moist from the spritzing of the beer and from the oil that was produced from glazing it with the Frank's RedHot buffalo ranch sauce, dipping sauce. Okay. Well, that's about it, man. If you guys are interested in a RECTEQ smoker, check out recteq.com. They got some fantastic cookers out there and some great customer service. Okay, I'll put the link to anything else that I use, like the Argo spritzing bottle, and so I got that off of Amazon, and so you can check that out too. Okay. Well, like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then man, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker. Frank's RedHot, man, they put that shit on everything. Mm. Great ribs.